Now then, Lee, have you watched Empire of the Sun?
I have. It has young Batman in it.
It's a strange origin story.
This is how I define films. Whether they have a Batman in them. Yes, no, I have seen. Have you seen Empire of the Sun?
I haven't, because I don't like children in peril and children in distress films, and this has always struck me, and I think quite correctly, as a children in peril and children in distress film. I have, however, been on YouTube yesterday and watched the scene where this music is used.
Yeah.
And I think I'm right in avoiding that film because I'm just too wimpy for it. So, and I'll get this out of the way, and I do apologise to Colin, because I know this is, I suspect it's one of his favourite tracks from his favourite film and all that kind of stuff. As a track in itself, I wasn't massively impressed. John Williams is obviously the pinnacle of...
He's this little indie composer out there who's trying to make his mark in the film industry, and here's Dan just pooing all over him. No, you're right. It's John Williams who is a titan, and will definitely be back on this podcast numerous times in the future.
Yeah,
I felt the same. So before you dig your complete hole, and Colin strikes you off his Christmas card list.
Well, you just need to...
I'm going to throw in at the same time and say that the track itself, as well for me, doesn't necessarily... I don't think this is one of John Williams' stronger tracks. And the reason why I feel that, and I don't know what your reasons were, apart from you just being grumpy, is that it almost feels like this is almost a mishmash of a lot of John Williams stuff.
Right.
So I heard bits of Indiana Jones in there, and I heard bits of Star Wars in there, and I heard, all these different things that make sense because, of course, he did all those things. But when I listen to Jaws, all I hear is Jaws. When I listen to Jurassic Park, all I hear is Jurassic Park. When I listen to Star Wars, all I hear is Star Wars. It almost feels like he was just grabbing into his bag and just pulling out everything that John Williams has.
Is this the main theme for Empire of the Sun, or is it just
some
incidental music?
I think so. I believe so. No, I believe so. Yes, and I think the track itself is considered to be quite good. I mean, this is the thing which we're not. This is not, and also this may not be Colin's favorite piece of music either. We did give him a topic to pick a track from.
And he actually came up with an alternative one as well from the same film. So
there you go. So maybe now all arrows are pointing towards it. Maybe it is his favourite. But I was trying to help it out. I don't know. It's just I don't know what it is about the track that just makes it feel. I don't know. I weird about it. I just don't. It doesn't gel with me. It doesn't immediately scream, "This is John Williams' best work." And I don't think anyone would argue that it is.
It felt quite bland to me. It felt like I could hum all the other ones. I've listened to this playlist we've done a number of times. Listened to it, about 10 times to be honest, in the car, and just to try and get these tracks in my head, because often when you hear a piece of music, it doesn't really sink in until you've heard it a few times. Yeah. But this one never sunk in. I wouldn't even be able to... If you played it, I go, oh yeah, that was it. But it's not... Da, 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 you know what I mean? There's no power behind it. Now, in this piece of music's defence, the scene it accompanies is incredibly powerful and is a massive juxtaposition with the sweeping, calm nature of this track.
Yeah.
It's all bombs going off and things like that. So as a piece of music attached to a scene, I think it probably works really well. I think any kind of sweeping violin-y pseudo-classical music would have worked well. It's more of a directorial choice than as much as anything of having that juxtaposition. But it works really, really well, and I can see this is an incredibly powerful scene. And if this is one of your favourite films, I can see how that music being attached to that incredibly powerful scene really works well and really gels it in your mind, because it's a very tragic scene. It's a
beautiful film. As I said, I haven't seen it for a long time, so I couldn't give specifics on each of the different scenes. But it is definitely a beautiful film.
It takes place during an air raid on a Japanese airfield, and the boy's in peril from this air raid. He's an American, no, he's a British boy, but he's in peril from this air raid from his allies, basically, and he's screaming for them for go, and he's saying Cadillac of the Sky, which is the the nickname of I think it's a Thunderbolt, I don't know, the type of aeroplane that's attacking this airfield. And he's putting himself in mortal danger by screaming, cheering on these people. And then he kind of breaks down and has this kind of almost PTSD breakdown about the loss of his parents and things like that. So it's an incredibly powerful scene, and the music works incredibly well with it. But as a piece of standalone music, I just think it's forgettable.
Yeah, as I say, I don't think it's John Williams' best work. And I think it's him drawing back into his bag of tricks and not being necessarily as original as he could be. I mean, this is the man who did the theme of Superman that defined Superman for all time. This is the man who did Jaws, who made us terrified to go in the water. This is what it is. I mean, even Schindler's List, I guess, if listening to the music of that, I really hope that he did the music for that now, showing my ignorance. I don't know. Yeah, it's not that it's a bad piece of music. It's just that it didn't capture me. I didn't listen to it and feel the way that I feel when I listen to other John Williams stuff, I guess, is really what I'm saying there. Yeah. And that's just, because Empire's Son, again, it's not a film that I would revisit very often at all.
No. And it's more of to be fair as well, it's more of a subtle film. And this is perhaps more of a subtle piece of music, perhaps.
Yeah, there's no giant sharks or T-Rexes and, Back to the Future cars.
If they were, I'd watch it.
Hello.
Lee.
Indeed. This is why we don't review movies anymore.
So that's that. If you want to get your choices poo-pooed by myself and Lee,
if that hasn't put you off, nothing will.
If that hasn't put you off, then our next theme is going to be the theme of capes. Now that can mean whatever you want it to do. It doesn't necessarily have to be the obvious. It can be whatever you want, as long as you provide some kind of spurious link. We'll accept it.
That's right.
So if you want to suggest something to us on the theme of capes for our next episode, then if you write to us at the easily rememberable midmomooclub@gmail.com or post on the Lee and Dan's Clubhouse Facebook, or if you know one of us, which you probably do if you're listening to this at this point, then message us or whatever. Get it to us somehow. Then we will consider your choices, and if they don't clash with ours, because we're getting first dibs, then we will have a listen to it next time. So,
but big thanks to Colin for being our first though.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, I'm just trying to smooth things over because I don't want him taking points off me.
Well, he should be more fair with his competition, shouldn't he? And pick my name out.
This is what this is about.
A few more times.
Yeah, this is what this is all about. He's probably But so thanks very much everyone for listening. This is it's really exciting. It's been a lot of fun, Dan. I've really appreciated that. I know my internet's been going a bit awry, bits and pieces of it. So Dan's got a great job of editing this together in some way, shape, or form. And I look forward to hearing what he comes up with.
Yep. And also, if you have alternative suggestions you would have chosen for pilot, then let us know as well. And post links to it or whatever. We'll work out a way of doing that. On the Facebook group, but come over to the Facebook group. That's where our community is.
Yeah. So if you had better ideas, certainly tell us, and we'll ignore them nicely. Because obviously,
I did consider Top Gun, but I don't like that piece of music. I don't like any of that soundtrack.
Really?
So
that's so bad.
I'm not refusing.
You don't like Top Gun soundtrack? Danger Zone. Flying into the Danger Zone, man. You don't even know.
Yeah, I don't really like Top Gun as a film.
I don't even sure what to do with this.
If you like it so much, you should have chosen it, shouldn't you, instead of your pig film?
Pig film all the way.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you did, because I very much like that piece of music, so I'm glad I was introduced to it.
Every week's going to be pig related now.
We're going to go now. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time. And we will. I don't know how to. You can subscribe to us on YouTube. No, you can't. Subscribe to us on
Give it a shot. Give it a try.
Yeah. Subscribe to us on iTunes, but keep an eye out for the playlist, because that is how.
Probably easiest to also follow Dan or myself wherever, and also go to the Facebook page, where you'll kind of see it. Probably make its grand announcements and such.
Maybe we should have a mailing list or something like that.
We could do a mailing list. We could do a mailing list with your convenient email address that you've created.
Yeah.
That people need to be able to just decipher the Stargate in order to be able to send us an email.
It's catchy.
Yeah.
I maintain it's catchy. So, yeah, we'll work out a mailing list for next episode. But until then, thank you for listening, and goodbye.